Hey guys, welcome back to the Sharon Homestead. I'm Kat, that's Lily, and today we are actually doing something a little different. We are doing a collaboration called The Good, Bad, and the Ugly, and today it's all about the garden. This was a particularly good collaboration for me to do because this year we've had a lot of setbacks, and with those setbacks came awesome victories and also a lot of crazy like death and destruction and just crazy stuff happening in the garden. So I have learned a lot this year. And so even when there's bad and ugly things going on in the garden, there's usually something good happening, and that is learning. So the garden is definitely a classroom, and you're learning something new pretty much every day. So at least every year. So today I am going to start this collaboration by saying I was tagged by my friend Catherine over at Little Bits of Heaven Homestead. She is awesome, her channel is awesome, and she's just such a cool person. I've really gotten to know her a lot this year. She's also a keto person like we are, and I just really enjoy talking to her. We're really like-minded, and I just really like her. So I'm gonna drop all the links in the description below for all the channels I'm talking about today. And so anyways, this collaboration was started by CJM Farms. I'm gonna put them in the description below as well. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to tag 2 homestead channels that I also want to invite to come into this collaboration and join in on the fun. So I'm gonna start this video with some very good things. As you can see behind me, I'm in my big garden, which really didn't turn out the way I completely wanted it to this year. I wanted rows and rows and rows and rows and rows and rows and rows of vegetable plants, and I really only got 7 or 8 rows of things in here. But the year's not over yet, and we still have a fall garden planned. So a few things messed up my garden this year. First, which was a very ugly thing, was the really late frost. So I had all my tomato plants in, well, all my plants in my greenhouse, and a really late frost came, and I was expecting that, so I didn't plant them in the garden. But I left them in the greenhouse, but I didn't know that even in a greenhouse you have to cover them with frost cloth. Stop it. So I didn't know you had to cover them with frost cloth even in a greenhouse, so all my tomato seedlings got frost damage. And so I had to restart everything. Well, these are the restarted tomatoes, so they're a little bit behind, but they're still going to produce a lot of tomatoes this year. My peppers did pretty good in the greenhouse because I had them inside of another greenhouse, like one of those little stand-up greenhouses. And so they've done pretty good, and there's blooms everywhere. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm trying to show you. So there's blooms everywhere, and they're probably gonna produce pretty well too. And then on the other side of my garden, I'll show you there's okra, and I didn't even notice until just now that there's actually okra that I can pick. So I'm gonna do that, and that's pretty cool. I planted 2 different types of okra, and one is a purple variety and one is a green variety. So I'm gonna show you that real quick. So that over there is my okra. And then on the other side of the garden, you can see over here is a bunch of broccoli. Back there is a bunch of broccoli, Brussels sprouts, and cauliflower. And those things started producing, but it got too hot too fast, so it just started going crazy. And everything, like, it didn't bolt, but maybe it did bolt. I don't know what broccoli bolting looks like because this is my first year growing broccoli. Anyways, I got one little tiny head of broccoli and it was really delicious, and then the rest of it is just there in the garden because I haven't taken it out yet. So another ugly thing that happened is I broke my foot again, and so I haven't been able to be in the garden as much as I wanted to be, but I still try to get out here and work on things as much as I can, kneeling or sitting, doing stuff. But again, it's been so hot, nobody wants to be outside. So it's either early morning or late at night, and then the bugs start eating us alive. So that's an ugly part of homesteading, because you kind of have to do it or you're not going to get a successful harvest, or not as much. So the tomatoes in the back of this, I will stand up and show you the tomatoes now. So we have 4 rows of tomatoes back here, and there are several different types of tomatoes, and as you can see, there's some with a lot of fruit on it. I think this is a Roma plant, but I can't be sure because I don't remember where I put them. And as you can see, some of the bad in the garden and kind of ugly was we had aphids, but I sprinkled this with diatomaceous earth and all the aphids are gone. We just have diatomaceous earth all over the plants, but they're doing good now and no damage, so that's good. Now down this row, we have a row of green beans. I really need to trellis these up. It's just really hard for me to do it. And then on the end of the row down here are peas. So you can see I need to trellis them. And then these are all of our peppers. That's a tomato. So we have 3 rows of peppers. And then this. I also wanted to show you a close-up of the okra. This is the purple okra. And it is really pretty. And there's some green okra. I don't see any okra on this plant yet. See right here, we have some volunteer cucamelons, which I don't even know how many plants that is, but I'm super thankful for this plant because my greenhouse, when I broke my foot, I had several trays of seedlings in there, and my kids didn't water them. And I didn't water them, and kind of just forgot to give that chore out. So my seedlings died and all my cucamelon were in there, and so I didn't think I was going to get any cucamelon, which is one of my favorite things. And well, we got a volunteer. So 1 cucamelon plant, or however many that is in that little hole, is better than no cucamelon plants. Now I'm in the front food forest garden, and this is where my low tunnels are. So because of this low tunnel, I was able to get the zucchini in a little bit early this year, and they did stay alive through the frost, so I was able to get a fairly good harvest off of these plants. But now it's just getting too hot and the zucchini are starting to die. We have a few more left on these vines, and then I'm going to be replacing this probably with the
I found squash bugs.
Probably with the next planting of my kale, spinach, Swiss chard, and the salad greens. So I'm really happy with these low tunnels, and I really think they're going to allow me to plant through the fall into the winter and keep producing salad greens for us. And Lily right now, she's bringing, I have 2 beds on the other side of these, and they also have hoops so I can put plastic over the top. They have yellow pear tomatoes and carrots and onions. So I planted the onions too late, I think, and so I'm about to do another planting of onions, maybe. I don't really remember when we're supposed to plant onions, so I have to check again. But I'm really excited to try some of those onions because I can eat them at any stage. And I think they're ready to come out of the ground, but they're really small. This side of the garden is the salad green side, and everything has pretty much bolted and it's kind of really ugly. So I wanted to show you that. This bed is going to come out in the next few days, and I'm going to plant a bunch of cucumbers and probably another planting of zucchini here, and then salad greens over on this side. This is the zucchini, and as you can see, it's pretty much just dying out slowly.
I want to eat another, and it's good this time.
You got some more?
Oh, yeah.
Well, we have something producing at least, huh?
Mm-hmm. I'm eating them.
Oh, he's over there picking them and eating them. Do you want to eat one?
Sure.
Let me get you one that's not split. How is that?
Mama, I might have to step over here.
You like it?
Mm-hmm. Mama, it tastes. Mama, I have to step in here.
No, don't step on my onions.
Got it.
Here, I'm going to give you the rest.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay, we have a zucchini to pick, so we're going to get in here and pick these zucchinis.
Oh, yeah.
And this plant seems to be doing really good still, so
It's giant.
we'll probably get several more off of it.
It's giant. Oh, wow. The juice is coming out of it. Oh, my God.
Oh boy. And this is a very ugly thing. But it didn't eat my zucchini.
No.
No, these things are evil. I need to get my DE.
They're cute.
What?
They're cute.
Yeah, but they eat our zucchini, so what do you think of that?
I love them.
Oh.
Because I hate zucchini.
Oh my goodness. You're crazy.
I'm going to break them on my knee and flip them in.
Okay, he's going to break them on his knee and flip them in the dumpster. I guess he doesn't like zucchini.
Oh, I do.
Okay. So,
Some yogurt.
I want to say one thing about this.
Saying?
The salad garden behind me has not always been ugly. Through the early spring, it was so delicious. Everything in there was so good. And I really enjoyed it. I've never grown that many salad greens before. And I'm just really happy that I made these low tunnels, because they really allowed me to plant a lot of salad greens, and I'll be able to plant them in the fall as well. So if you haven't watched that video of how I made these low tunnels, make sure you watch it. I'm going to put it in the description below because they're super cheap to make, and I think everybody needs them because they're awesome and they extend your growing season so much. These garden beds have 4 tomato plants each, 1 in each corner, and then in the middle, this one has onions, which there are weeds, and that sucks. But I'm not really able to weed very easily or get in here very easily. And then this bed over here has carrots in the middle. So they each have 4 tomato plants on the corners, and then one has carrots, one has onions. Okay, I wanted to share one more really unexpected blessing that our pig actually left us before she met her early demise at the butcher. So she planted a whole bunch of pumpkins, which is really funny considering her name was Pumpkin. The plants have actually taken over my pepper garden. It was supposed to be a pepper garden this year, but it is a pumpkin and squash garden. So she even planted some little ornamental pumpkins over there, which will be super cute decorating my house this year. And it's just full in there. And then they're spilling out all over here. She just really planted a whole lot of pumpkins because she ate a lot of pumpkins. So thank you guys for watching. I hope this shows you a little bit more of what's been going on with us on our homestead and how our garden has been doing. Even though we've had a lot of mishaps and crazy things going on, like the late frost and my broken foot and me being pregnant when I wasn't expecting that this year. I really wanted a lot more to go on in the garden, but I wasn't feeling well. And then I broke my foot once I started feeling better. So it just everything seemed to stack on top of each other. But we still have a beautiful garden, and we're gonna have beautiful produce, and fall is right around the corner. And we're gonna have another really good round of planting other things and fall crops. It's gonna be great, I hope. So I hope you enjoyed watching this. I'm going to tag 2 channels, and I'm going to put them in the description below with the other 2 channels from earlier. So the channels I want to tag are Kira from Homestead Dreaming. She lives in like the middle of the city, and she has some amazing things going on. She has chickens, and I think she has quail, and then she has some amazing gardens going on. And just the way she does her chickens, I really love it. She does like these chicken chunnels, and I just really enjoy watching her channel, and I love watching everything she's doing on her little homestead. She lives on a really small acreage in the middle of the city, like I said, and she's just amazing. Very inspirational. Love watching her channel, so you guys should too. And then the other channel that I want to shout out and invite to tag along on this journey with us is Farmer J, and her channel's below as well. It's Farmer J, and her channel's really cool. She has a lot of similar things going on over there that we do, and I am really enjoying watching her homestead turn out. And she also does a lot of knitting, and I don't think that's on her channel, but and she is actually doing a fundraiser with her knitting products for an adoption, and so that's really special and it's really cool. So if you can support her in that way, I'm sure she would really appreciate it, and that would be awesome. I would love to see all my followers support her in that journey. And so I hope you guys have a great day. Make sure make sure to go follow those other channels and see what they're doing over there. Guys, have a great day. God bless you, and I will see you in our next video. So Owen's gonna pick a zucchini from that side.
Mama, I found a bug.
Yeah, there's probably a bug on the zucchini. It's probably a squash bug.
There's 3. I hate those. There's tons.
All right, pick it up, Owen. Yeah, that's a squash bug. Just pick it up. They won't hurt you.
I'm gonna keep some.
No, we're not gonna keep squash bugs.
Hey. No, I want to put it in a bucket.